Once again, make sure both windows are completely up, driver and passenger side windows, and you have your climate control set. Now, there has been a little bit of time since we've last been on track. We went to lunch. Hopefully we didn't slip off into the food coma during that last class, because it was an important one. Just remember, as your speeds build, guys, as you get more comfortable with the cars, you want to try not to let your experience overall in the car and on this track exceed, or let your confidence, I should say, exceed your experience level at this point. But that being said, realize that turning in late for stuff is always going to be a little bit better than early, as long as it's not setting you up for an early condition on that next corner, right? The margin for error, if we do turn in early, is as our speeds build, is pretty minimal. We can run out of room on the exit of the corner very quickly. Places where you're going to find that, turn 10, turn 5, and turn 7 over here. We'll cover that on the first lap. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and enter the racetrack and do a nice warm-up lap. All right, guys, we're going to do a warm-up lap, and this warm-up lap is not going against any of your at-speed laps. I just want you to do everything perfect in a little slower manner, a little smoother, just to start off the afternoon the right way, like we did in the morning. Just maintain your spacing, though, because this first lap isn't going to be super fast. I want you guys to space out 6-7 car lengths, maybe 8, so you get a good clear view of the racetrack. Even though we're not approaching this first corner super fast, initiate your brake pressure early, be lighter with the brake pressure, and still carry good apex speed by being really smooth with the brakes as you come into the corner. On that first lap, you're going to be able to do that because you're not approaching it at 100 plus miles per hour, being intimidated by the approach speed. So it's really good to dial in that apex speed, and by being lighter with the brakes and balancing. Try to be a little lighter with the brakes, Doug. Just nice and smooth. Just keeping the brake lights on. That was pretty good, Doug. You do need to turn the steering wheel just a little bit more in the middle of the corner to get that car down to the apex curve. Guys, just remember in the back, space out. I'm watching you guys. There's no need to kind of have that slinky effect going this first lap. Just keep that spacing nice and big. Turning in early there, Doug. So even we're not going that fast, and we're turning in about 15 feet prior to the actual reference cone. So just keep an eye out for that, because that's one area, if we're going any faster than we are right now, then it's going to shorten when you can accelerate onto the straightaway, right? That'll effectively shorten the straightaway as far as you're concerned. So another place where we can turn in early and not realize it is going into turn 7. So we need to make sure we get over to the far left for a moment before we turn the steering wheel towards the apex. That'll provide us with a straighter exit so you can accelerate. The later apex here in turn 8, we want to make sure we keep it wide all the way down to the curb and then stay right. All right, now we're approaching the most important corner on the racetrack, turn 10. So, like I said, you're going to keep that left tire right down this white line into the general area of that turn income before you move the steering wheel towards the apex. All right, so let's squeeze in a bit more power here, Doug. We'll build up that straightaway speed this time. As we accelerate up the fourth gear, start thinking about what you're going to do in turn 1. Start to think about where you're going to brake, where you're going to downshift. Keeping that vision to the right, balancing lightly on the brake. All right, let's squeeze that throttle in. As we reach the left side, we should be full throttle. And then as you turn in, just ease slightly back a little bit to maintain speed. Squeeze back into the floor duct, all the way down up to fourth gear. Back to our brakes, down to third, looking to the right. Keep turning now, unwind and accelerate. That was better that time, but we need to get a little bit more steering earlier, right? I'm just nitpicking though, that was pretty good. Look to the left, get into the curve. Good. Power, good. Don't be afraid to use a couple more degrees of steering input to get to the base of the curve. There we go, that's better. Full throttle down the middle straight, watch your spacing in the back as always. Okay, looking now to the left. Power into the middle, looking up to the right. Lightly on the brakes to the left and right. It's okay to let the car roll here, okay? Once we're off that balanced brake pressure, just stay off the gas until you're lined up to the right. Then you can probably accelerate a little harder between the two corners. Full power here, Doug. Okay. Patience now. Good. Turn the wheel, unwind, and accelerate. Full power. Nice job through the apex there. Squeeze it all the way down up to fourth gear. Now look to the right. When you start turning, keep turning, turn more, turn more, turn more, turn more. Now power. There you go, that was perfect. See, we got that apex a little bit better that time. That allows us to straighten the car out, 10, 15 feet sooner, which means power 10, 15 feet sooner. That's good. Okay, patience, and then down to the curve. Okay, try to carry your momentum through these technical sections. Be a little easier with the brake pedal. We don't want to slow down too much. We're just managing that balance on the front end. Good. Left to right. Now we just missed that turn in just a little bit. I'd like you to be a little further to the left, approaching 7. Wasn't huge, but as we start to build up speed, every inch counts. Stand right. Little burst of throttle, then your brakes. Full power. Good, nice apex. Let's try to carry a couple more miles per hour here. Just ease it back, smooth, bring it in, squeeze the throttle a little bit, all the way down. Just like last lap, Doug. Squeeze. Doing good, Doug. Want you to be a little lighter on the brakes right here. A little lighter. There you go. There you go. That's good entry speed. Now you can just balance on the brake lightly through there. Power for a moment. Now let's fix this mistake. Let's get over a little further to the left. Follow me. And then quickly right. Now power. There you go. You can get a little harder on the throttle there. Now that you're straighter. Stay off the gas. Patience. Good. Start squeezing the throttle. Good. All right, great job, Doug. Good improvement. Wait for the orange cone, then move to the right. You're clear now. Slow it down a little bit. You'll wait on the blue number 6 Grand Sport. Bring it up behind me, Ron and Glenn, and then jump back in line there, Doug. Up to speeds that you're spacing. All right, Ron. Down to third, look to the right. Balance a little longer turn. Now we're wide of the apex there. We got it, but we were a little too wide through the center of the corner. We need to stay on the brake pedal for a little longer into the corner. That'll keep the weight on the front end, give you a little tidier line up to each apex. Stand on the brake, stay on the brake, stay on the brake. There you go, perfect. Good, brake firm, stay on the brake, stay on it. Now squeeze. There you go. That's much better. Get the feel for that balance. Staying with me here. Firm initial. Stay on the brake for a little longer. Don't be afraid to carry the brake. There you go, Ron. Good job. Lightly on the brake through here, left to right. We missed our turn in point per 7, though. So you're going to lose a lot of ground on the exit there. You saw that. So we'll just need to be mentally prepared for it next lap. We got to see it earlier. We got to get those eyes up above the cones that are closest to us. Squeeze. There we go, back to the left. Remember, patience and precision here, so we're fast down the straightaway. Down to third, look to the right. Stay on the brake pedal for a little longer. Good, good balance. Nice job there. Looking good, Ron. Look through the corner here. Squeeze the power. Let's prepare a little better for turn 3. Let's slow down maybe a bit more. Okay, look to the right. Stay on the brake pedal and turn. Get it down to this curve. Turn, turn, turn. Power. There you go. Now you can pick up the throttle a little bit better, right? Good. Now remember, when we get through these S's, go to the left edge of the track for just a moment. There you go. Now power out of that corner a little straighter. There you go. Good. Light brakes here, Ron, looking right. Now stay off the gas. Just let it point its nose at the turn-in cone down the right side. There you go. Turning into turn 10 there. You can see I'm starting to pull away from you just a little bit. Stingray. You should be able to kind of close up on me in the exit of the corner with your power, but we weren't able to because we turned in a little early and that delayed when we could go to full throttle. Okay. Looking right, Ron. Steady. Okay, look to the top of the hill. Good. Look right. Stay on the brake pedal for longer, like we talked about. There we go. A little wide that time again. Unwind and... Good. Looking good, Ron. Keep your focus high, looking left. Started in a little early, Ron. We got to clean it up a bit. Okay, we're going to pass this group down the right side. Continue on. Okay, looking to the left. Focus now. Get back on track. You're doing good those first lap and a half there. Power. Go left to right. Process what's in front of us. There you go, Ron. Looking for 8. You did good here last time. Try not to look at my bumper. Look through the corner with me. Back to the right. Look to the left. Don't try to drive the car fast. Just try to position the car correctly. So same thing here. Don't try to go fast. Wait for the turn in. Get it angled. Then accelerate straighter off the corner. There you go. Now you're with me. Okay, looking right. Stay on the brake. Squeeze. There you go. Good job. I'd like you to brake a little bit earlier coming into 3 so we get a better exit out of 3. Okay, slow it down a little more. Look right. Balance. Bring it all the way down to the curb. All the way down. Don't settle for being a foot off of it. There you go. Now power out. Perfect. The give and get. You got a lot. Looking left. Patience. Nice and smooth with that brake pedal through here. A little throttle, smooth brake, little throttle, smooth brake. Move left to right a little quicker. There you go. Good. Good balance. That was better. Light brake and let it roll. Just let it turn. The moment we get to the throttle is the moment the car's going to run wide to the left. Okay, squeeze the throttle. There you go. All right, good improvements, Ron. Wait for the orange cones, and then we're going to do a rotation. Thank you. You'll be waiting on the light gray number 100 Z06. That patience we want there in the back, Ron. So you're doing good. Jump back in line and stay sharp back there. Okay, let's get going, Glenn. Good apex, Glenn. Looking down to turn 4. Doug, you need to focus back there and make sure you're using all the racetrack coming out of the corner. You get out of turn 3 shallow down the right side. We need to use all the asphalt. Doing good so far, Glenn. It looks very clean. coming out of certain corners, so we got to work on that this lap. But as far as the line's concerned, doing really, really good. Line looks great. We can actually probably squeeze into full power a little earlier in certain places, but that's only if you're comfortable with it. We don't need to be aggressive, but we can probably squeeze it in a little faster. Like right here, be patient, let it rotate, now squeeze it. There you go, that's better. Here we can be a little lighter on the brakes and carry some more entry speed. There you go, just balance lightly. You're doing a great job through this section, Howard. Make sure you're hitting your marks back there, Doug and Ron. There you go. Squeeze that throttle there, Glenn. Good. Now remember, Doug, use all the racetrack coming out of 3. That's better, Doug. Good job, Glenn. Looking really good through there. You got turns 8 and 9 dialed in as well, okay? We look good through here as well. One thing I will tell you is you want to be just a little lighter on the brakes coming into this left-hander. Okay, just a little brush, and then back to your throttle smoothly. There you go. Good job there, Ted. Very close back there, Doug. Very close. All right, we're going to reduce our pace here just a little bit. And we're going to start our cool down lap, Glenn. Phenomenal job, okay? Very well done. Hey, each of you. Doug, that was close. I mean, so I saw a little whiff of dust, but way too fast going in. Probably started to get into the keep up mentality. And when you're in especially when you guys are in the back, let that be a lesson. When you start to try to keep up, those type of mistakes happen. And that mistake could have been very costly, Doug, considering we could have gone off the track. Or B, even if we didn't go off the track, you just effectively lost that whole straightaway to the cars in front of you, okay? We're doing, 10 miles per hour faster than you all the way down that straight because you had to recover from that mistake. And then you fall further behind, and it's just a vicious cycle. So try not to have that happen again. Learn from that mistake because that was very, very close. All right, guys, we're going to do another debrief lap since the other group had to come in for a radio issue. So we're going to do one more kind of cool down lap just to kind of see out any mistakes we were making. let's talk about it though, okay? So, I mean, Doug, you know, everyone knows probably as well as what you just experienced, but if we do blow this corner because we were trying to go into it too fast, then like I was mentioning, a car that goes through there a little slower coming in and a little bit more precise, and now it's 5 miles per hour faster than you, or anyone for that matter, down this whole straightaway, you can't get that back if they don't make any mistakes. So the key to, you know, not fall further behind is to focus on what you need to do, be accurate, okay, and do the process right. And when you're just thinking about that, instead of trying to go fast, maybe, I'm not saying that that's the case, but you know, you will drive the car quickly. It's an exercise in precision, 100% of the time. But overall, everyone did a great job. Did really, really well. Okay, gentlemen, let's get our left turn signals on and exit. Once we do exit the track, we're going to get that group tightened up, become a tight-knit team, nose to tail. Once we're off the track, hit stop recording on your PDR system so you don't forget to do that.